Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am sitting on my steps, just hanging out, getting ready to go run some errands. And Soylo, a Soy Wars story, is coming out in a couple weeks, to about 10 days, and in Blu-ray and DVD. And I wanted to reiterate why it's important to keep boycotting. Well, not to buy it, not to see it. And the reason why is simply, I'll give you my feelings. First off, The Last Jedi was such a crap fest that Disney needed to learn a lesson. Okay, not seeing Soylo at the movie theater isn't enough. Not buying the Blu-ray, not ordering it on pay-per-view or anything. Keep that up. If you can torrent it, you really need to see it, torrent it. But don't spend your money. This is imperative. They have to learn a lesson. And they are learning a lesson, but we got to keep at it. We really, really do. Secondly, there's a point when filmmakers have to understand you can't just put anybody into a role and expect them to do as well as the guy that originated it. If they're miscast in this role, it's going to keep people away. Another reason why I stayed away is simply Alden Ehrenreich. Since it came out that yes, Anthony and Gruber had been offered the role, that he was getting ready for it, they were getting ready to sign him, and Spielberg jumped in with his spiel about my accountant's son, my daughter's friend. That's how Alden Ehrenreich got the role from Ian Gruber. Is because Spielberg pulled a power play. And it's disgusting, and it pisses me off. The questions I would have asked him had I been Kathleen Kennedy was, Stephen, first question, are you producing this movie? Do you have anything to do with this movie at all? Second question, if Ehrenreich back in 1975, 76, when George Lucas was 75, when George Lucas was casting the role of Han Solo, and he had the likes of Burt Reynolds, Kurt Russell, Christopher Walken, as well as this unknown actor named Harrison Ford building stuff for Francis Ford Coppola and reading Han's lines with the other actors, do you honestly think Alden Ehrenreich would have gotten past headshot and resume? No! George would never have even looked at him. This is literally the worst casting I have ever seen in my life. Okay? He is in over his head in this. And they should have known that. Had they given it to Anthony and Gruber like they were going to, I might have actually said, shit, and went to go see it. But they didn't. Alden Ehrenreich is one of the reasons why I stayed away. I think why a lot of people stayed away. He is not Han Solo. He looks like a cosplayer up there. It's embarrassing. Thirdly, the script. After looking at a lot of the spoilers and talking to people who've seen it and are horrified by it, I find it really hard to believe anybody thought how Han met Chewie in this dumpster fire was logical or made sense. How I would have done it. I would have already had them hanging out together. All the stuff in the way back probably would have either been a flashback, like how Han met Chewie. They could have, easily done him as we knew him in the EU, the real Han Solo, where, a fighter pilot investigating a crippled ship and running into this Wookiee. And he understands Wookiee, but he can't speak it because that's impossible for a human to do. Oh, wait. Ehrenreich gets thrown into a pit and starts making these weird noises, and Chewbacca goes, oh, Wookiee. What a bunch of shit! Did anybody say, wait a second, no one's going to buy this? Good God Almighty. So there's that. Just the way Lucasfilm itself played fast and loose with the character. No longer is he that alpha male, strong, casually masculine guy. We've got a guy that looks like he probably can't change a tire playing Han Solo. And it was meant that way. Anthony N. Gruber looks way too much like Harrison Ford. Sounds just like him. So we can't have him there. Oh my God. We have to have the beta male twerp there. Again, I'm going back to Alden Ehrenreich. But no, the script. I mean, how hard would it have been to do a logical introduction of Chewbacca into Han's life like that? The fighter pilot investigating a crippled ship, realizing it's full of Wookiees, young Wookiees who are being dragged to the spice mines of Kessel, and Han runs into Chewbacca, and that's how they met. Han saves Chewbacca's life, as well as all those Wookiees. He gets them out of there. Loses his career, gets tossed out of the Imperial Navy, which is everything he ever wanted, right? See, then you give him some gravitas. Then you give him some character definition of why he is the way he is. Instead of, I don't even know. I was running in the street. I was running scams in the street since I was 12 or 10. God, just let it go. Just no. I mean, Jon Kasdan should be embarrassed by this. This is why I'm not going to see this movie. This is why none of you should see this movie. We are boycotting. We are not going to do this. We are not allowing them to destroy our favorite characters like this. They've already done enough to Han. This movie just made it 10 times worse. It's like, you have a corpse there, now you want to screw around with it, right? So, no, this is why I'm not going to see it. All three reasons: Last Jedi, the Lucasfilm's treatment of the fans, Alden Ehrenreich, the rotten, shitty script, and just a basic, bullshit that this movie really truly is. And in no way does it resemble the Han Solo we knew in A New Hope. All right, just like Han Solo in The Force Awakens, doing that 180 character regression bears no resemblance to the Han Solo at the end of Return of the Jedi. All right, this is lazy bullshit writing. They were talking about making this movie in 2008. You'd think they would have come up with a better idea. Oh wait, Kathleen Kennedy then was running Lucasfilm after 2012. Of course you'd want to fuck it up. Sorry for the swear. Anyway, that's why I'm not going to see this movie. None of you better see it either. If you need to see it that badly, torrent it. Get a bootleg copy. There's plethora of them everywhere. Do not spend money on Disney. Do not give Alden Ehrenreich any kudos at all. He had no reason to be in that movie, except for Steven Spielberg. Spielberg should be ashamed of himself. First off, he hurt the movie. Second of all, he hurt Ehrenreich. Ehrenreich's too short. Doesn't look anything like Harrison Ford. Sounds like the way he opens up his mouth, he sounds like he hasn't passed puberty yet. And the script. Oh, God. You had years to write a good script. Years, Jon Kasdan. Years. I'm done. This is Steph, signing out. See you around the galaxy. The boycott continues.